YouTube? How's it going? Dylan here. And this is a special day because today's the day that a little comic called The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers came out from Boom Studios. This is Stan Lee's new comic book place, that company. There we go. That's what they're called. Yeah, this came out, and I'd only signed up for this last week. I hopped on this book, realized it was coming out last week when I was at the comic book store because my friend said something to me, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check this out. And I don't know how my comic book store knew me so well as to give me this cover, because this is a very special variant cover, and a very expensive variant cover to this comic, it turns out, actually. Yeah. Apparently, they didn't make a whole lot of green and white covers. So yeah, I'm loving my comic book store for giving me this. But let's get into what actually goes on in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic. Now that I know how much this book is, I'm really with handling it. So first, I think it looks great. I think the book looks great. Just look at this front page. Look at it looks really cool. But it opens with the Ranger's dead and the Green Ranger just standing over top of them, and Rita being like, "Good job, Tommy. You killed them all. I'm so happy." And then it turns out that was a dream, and Tommy's just kind of Tommy's in the car with Jason. They're just riding to school. And he's got a red Jeep. Of course, the Red Ranger has a red Jeep. Pretty sure it shows a couple. I'm pretty sure they all have color coordinated cars. But they get to school. They get to Angel Grove High, and they're all the other Rangers show up, and they're just having normal high school talks. Oh, we got a test today. Oh no, I thought it was next week. And this is actually updated because they're talking about things being online and using the internet and stuff. So this is a little bit of a updated Power Rangers, and you see them with smartphones and stuff. And then so the Rangers are in school. Rita sends a monster to attack. Just like always, it's the Power Rangers. It's the other cool thing about this book. Not only does it look cool, and everyone looks how they should look, it is the Power Rangers. Power Rangers go to school, Rita attacks. So, and the other thing that happens is what of course would actually happen. When the city's being attacked, everyone's alright, this is an emergency, things are happening, you guys need to go to the gymnasium quickly and quietly. And the Rangers, of course, don't go to the designated spot, and they just go outside. And then it's Morphin time. And it does it, every single one of them. Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-tooth Tiger, Tyrannosaurus, Dragonzord. And it's a beautiful shot too. I love these two panels. I want a poster of this. These three panels, without the dialogue, I want this just blown up. I want a poster of that, of those three panels. And then the monster's already big, so they get into the Megazords. The one thing that they didn't show that I wish it would have been showing the individual Megazords show up and then come together. That I would have liked to see. But whatever. It's still really cool. So they start fighting this monster, and it's got tough skin. So then they're alright, we got a plan. And then Tommy kind of just goes off plan, because it's he just became a good guy, but he's got Rita kind of in his head, messing with him throughout this book. And he's just kind of like spaced out because like she's sitting there like messing with him. And so like they're fighting the big bad monster, and Jason's like, all right guys, we're gonna do this plan, and then Tommy just kind of goes off plan, and then they grab him, and then like Tommy's having trouble with the Dragon Zord. And the other cool thing that it has in this book is Tommy's actually in the Dragon Zord. As I recall, I don't remember ever seeing him inside the Dragon Zord. I think he always controlled it from just standing on top of its head. But in this book, he's actually just like in the Dragon Zord controlling it. So, you know, Tommy's having trouble with the controls, and then eventually he like full on just sends the Dragon Zord's tail straight into the creature's chest, kills it, but then at the same time accidentally like destroys the gigantic bridge that they're fighting near. And so then Kimberly has to disengage and go and save these fallen cars. And they're like, alright, we did it, we killed it. And then goes to the command center, and Tommy's just like, I don't know what happened. The controls, they just weren't working. And then Jason kind of gets like all like pissed at him because like he went off plan, and Tommy's like, dude, I didn't know what you were talking about. Like you were saying things that didn't make sense to me. And like they start kind of arguing, and then Zordon's like, shut up. Like there's no need to be fighting here. Like we're on the same team. We're good guys. Look, Jason, you're the leader. You need to like communicate with everyone. Make sure everyone's on board with the plan. And then Tommy, you need to ask questions. You need to be involved. You are both Rangers, and you're both going to help save the world. So, come on. And they're like, alright, yeah, you're right. He kind of just scolds them, like children. Because, I mean, they are teenagers, so. And then he's just like, alright, good job. And then Zordon's also like, alright, Rita's got to have a bigger plan, because we just stole the Green Ranger from her, so she's probably not too happy. And it turns out she has one of her, she has Scorpina gather something for her from the battle, and it's a crystal, and it just says, to be continued in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1, because this is issue 0. Now, that didn't seem very long. It really wasn't. I guess it's just issue 0. But then, in the back, it has... well, after that story, it has the ongoing adventures of Bulk and Skull. And this is drawn a little bit more goofy and not as, like, serious. And it's Bulk and Skull in the principal's office getting yelled at because they did something with live animals. They pulled some kind of prank. Doesn't say what, they just did some kind of prank. And then they already had another prank in place where they ordered a bunch of subs, saying the principal ordered them. And then they're just kind of like, the principal has to go and deal with this, and they just walk away. And then they try to hit on Trini and Kimberly and some other chick, and they're like, you guys need to go away, you guys are gross. And then they start talking about the Power Rangers. So that's when Bulk has the idea of, he's like, we will be the next Power Rangers, and Skull is like, what are you talking about? And then the very back of, like, then there's another story. There's the adventures of Bulk and Skull, and then there's just, I don't know if this is like a prelude. It's not, it's drawn different from the first story, from the actual story, and then slightly different from the Bulk and Skull story. And it's just the Rangers fighting some putties and Goldar. And Rita creates this mist, and they get separated. Goldar, she makes Goldar grow. And then they just get into the Megazords, and they don't combine right away. They actually use the Megazords to fight him, and it's pretty interesting. And then they, you know, get in the Megazord, and blam, they beat Goldar. It's really cool end page too, just like Dragon Zord and Megazord, and Goldar's just like, uh-oh. But yeah, that is That's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 0, and then the cover for issue number 1 looks really cool. Oh god, you can see that right there. I'm very excited. I'm really happy that this is like a thing. I love Power Rangers a lot. I got this shirt. I particularly love Tommy too, so I'm so happy that this is the cover that I got. Like it didn't even dawn on me that there was like other covers. I just thought that the covers, because I'd seen some pictures, I just thought the covers were like white and green. I didn't realize it was all of them, and I didn't realize that white and green were going to be rare. But they are, and I'm happy I got green, because the Green Ranger is my favorite Ranger. I've met Jason David Frank twice, and like he's awesome, and I love the Green Ranger. The White Ranger is cool too, but I love the green, so I'm really, really, really happy that I got that cover. So yeah. Alright. Please actually pick this up. If you like the Power Rangers, pick it up. Go to your comic book store and pick it up. I don't know where to get it online. I don't even know if it's available online. I would check out Boom Studios. But I'm really excited to read this, and I'm really happy. If you like Power Rangers, you have to pick it up. If you liked, even if you're not into Power Rangers anymore, because I mean I'm not really that big into Power Rangers anymore, but like I still love the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So if you loved the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as a kid, pick it up. I can't say it enough. Just pick it up and read it. It is the Power Rangers in comic book form, and that's really awesome. So I will catch you guys later. Peace out. Bye.